fucking hate dating apps. Like, okay, I think they're like the geekiest shit ever. Cause like if you look at it, right? And I'm thinking specifically with Hinge, okay? Shout out to Hinge. But that shit is so fucking stupid. Because like, okay, you have accounts, right? You set up these profiles, right? And you put like pictures of yourself and you have these prompts, you fill them out, all that shit, right? And it's like you're like marketing yourself, you know? And I mean, I guess you kind of do that in real life. Like you go out on a date in real life and like you have to kind of like portray yourself in like a positive light because it's like you obviously don't want to look like a fucking like dingus. So you got to do all that shit. But like with this, it's like there's no like personality to it, or there's a personality to it, but it's not as profound as like if you're like in the real life. You know, you got these tonalities, you got like the way people speak, the sound of their voice, their facial expressions, all that shit. But you don't got that in dating apps, you know what I mean? All you got are these like few very hand-picked pictures. And that's the thing about it too. It's like it's very, very like contrived, you know? It's like you get to choose really, 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 really specifically what you put on the dating app, right? You get to show this very, 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 very specific version of you. And it's like, obviously in real life, you can't just show that specific person, like that specific view of you. It's going to be changed. It's going to be like different, you know? So it's going to be, what's it? Dynamic. It's dynamic in real life. So that's one of my complaints with dating apps. But the other thing that I think about a lot is like shit is like pay to win. Or not even pay to win. I feel like it's like pay to lose, which is even worse. Cause it's like they fucking shove like all these subscriptions down your throat, which I think is super geeked as well. Cause it's like, I'm fucking going on Hinge, right? And I'm locked in, which is like dumb. Cause it's like, bro, why do I gotta be locked in on a fucking dating app? So I'm locked in, I'm fucking scrolling through all these people, right? And then I'm seeing, it's like, bro, this is fucking like, they'll like throw in my face, like, hey, you wanna pay like $7 a month to like, be able to see more people? Like, what? Like, why would I don't know. Okay. My thing about it is, like, I say it's, like, pay to lose. Because it's like, okay, imagine if I pay $7 a month. Now, my shit is already, like, fucking trash, right? I'm not getting that many matches. And if I'm paying $7 a month, I highly doubt that's just gonna change things. Like, oh, yeah, now that I'm paying $7 a month, like, my fucking DMs are gonna be crawling with people. No, that's not. I don't believe that's how that works, right? So, I don't know. I feel like that part's really geeked. And I feel like it's a lot worse with some other apps too. Like Hinge is bad, but like it is not to the degree of like Bumble, because I tried that shit and it's like literally like, bro, I can't fucking see the people without paying money. I mean, it's the same, I guess it's kind of the same shit with Hinge, but it's like at least you get to see like the first person, because it works like a fucking like stack of papers where it's like you get to see the first person or the most recent person that liked you, and then if you like match with them or not, then you get to see the next person. So it's like, okay, that's not the worst, but it's not that great either. But with Bumble, it's like you just don't get to see them unless if you pay money or somehow luckily like swipe on them as well, and then you match that way. That shit's so geeked. So I'm like, that fucking is never gonna work ever unless I pay like $5 billion, sell my kidney just to see people, not even guarantee a match or anything like that. So I think that's super stupid. But yeah, those are my two complaints. Fucking hate that shit. I'm done. I'm retired, champ. And I mean, like, actually, you know what? One more point. I feel like shit is so hard to get off the ground. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just like super geeked out. I can't get shit right now. But that's chill because, you know, I'm on my hope era. I'm on my monk era. But like, when I was on that shit, like, I tell you, I just looked at this today. I've had like a backlog of 28 messages or 28 people that I've like matched with and like talked to, and not one of them, not a single one of them did I ever like actually go on a date with. And I think that's pretty geeked. I mean, like, yeah, you know, maybe, probably it's like on my end, but also I think like I want to say I can blame the system just a little bit, because I feel like in this like day and age, it's just so easy to like ghost people. You know, it's so easy to just stop talking to people and just like zero accountability. It's like, oh, I'm done. Because it's like, okay, imagine if you did that shit in real life. Like, imagine if you ghost someone in real life. Like, you're like you sit down, you're at like getting coffee with somebody, and then like they say something to you and you just fucking like deadpan them and then leave. Like, dude, that shit would be crazy. I mean, that would kind of be fucking sick. See, I think people should, if people are going to ghost people on text, then they also got to ghost people in real life. I think there's got to be a balance with it. If that's like a fucking like thing that people do nowadays, like that becomes like a real thing, then you know what, maybe I'll cut some like ghosting some slack. But the thing about ghosting is like that shit is like so like, it's just like so, it's like a wuss way to do it, you know what I mean? Because you're just like, I'm just gonna stop talking to them because, like, fuck them or whatever. Or, like, I don't care. Like, it's just like, okay, if you're gonna stop talking to somebody, I feel like you should at least be like, hey, I'm gonna stop doing that. I know, like, confrontation fucking sucks, but it's just like, come on. I mean, like, okay, I want to outline, like, a distinction between, like, ghosting and, like, conversation naturally ending or whatever. Because, like, obviously there are cases like that where it's like, you say something and then they don't respond because it's like you're not really prompting anything, you're not trying to continue the conversation. But if my ass is like, hey, like, and that blah blah blah, like asking about something or like trying to continue the conversation and then you don't say nothing, then it's like, okay, that's fucking geeked, right? I feel like that's like true ghosting. But if it's like, I'm like talking about something and then like I don't really like ask a follow-up question, okay, I can kind of get it. I mean, like, if we're trying to have a conversation, obviously it would be nice if there was like a good back and forth, but then I like prompt something out and then they ask me about that and then they talk about something and I ask them about that, whatever, like human things people do. But like I guess I could kind of get it there. Like, I wouldn't really count that as ghosting if the conversation ends like that. But if you just stop answering questions or like you just stop the conversation when I like mid question, mid whatever, I think that's stupid. So that's my final complaint. But anyways, I fucking hate dating apps and that shit's so geeked. But you know what? It's chill because I should just retire champ. You know what I mean? Fully retired champ. Go out in real life. Touch grass.